Let's talk about silence. It's a simple concept, but so profound and so difficult to understand, and many theories and many ways to experience silence have been taught all over the world. I will not get into that discussion now, but it's important to understand what is silence. Silence is nothing else but the experience of yoga, the experience of samadhi, the total cessation of mind matter, the total cessation of mind and its mental content. A state of no mind is silence. Very easy to understand, easy to say. But how does one do this in daily life? So I will give you a few guidelines which you can start applying immediately. In your daily life, start living more mindfully with more awareness. To silence the mind, there are some skillful means we can use in the process of Kuki Khan training. So the first level of silence which I talk about and share with you is begin with postural silence. Silence with the body and its postures. So every activity that you do in life, right from opening the door to stepping down, to drinking your tea, to putting the glass on the table, to lifting your phone up, to stirring the soup, every activity that you do, try and do it silently. It's a very crucial base to begin, because the moment you become aware of trying to do your actions silently, automatically the mind will cease to a very large extent. If it is in a thought pattern somewhere far away, very dissipated in many thinking processes, but the moment you do things in your daily life with silence, which I call postural silence, automatically the mind will cease its internal dialogue and you will become more aware. And like this, in daily life, you live mindfully, you come to this postural silence. What this does is automatically takes you to a next level of silence, which becomes a silence at speech levels. In speech, you become silent. Even if you're sitting, doing nothing, there's an internal dialogue going on all the time. Postural silence will help you to cease the internal dialogue. It will help you to cease the thinking process to a very large extent. And a very simple tip I will give you is touch the tip of your tongue to the roof, because tongue is an organ of speech. The very small act of touching the tip of your tongue to the roof will cease your internal dialogue to a very large extent. This has been practiced by yogis for centuries. But people today don't apply this because they don't know the simple fact of the practice. This internal dialogue, as it will cease, automatically will lead you to this experience of mental silence. So this, my friends, is a very important and powerful tool, silence. And a very important note I will say, people have misunderstood silence as the end of the journey. I say no. Silence is the beginning of the journey. It's the beginning of a subtle process of purifying the mind. The process where you will start seeing the reality in the moment within yourself. Silence is the beginning of the journey. It's not the end. And also it's a very powerful tool for your own health. Silence will lead to your healing. Deep healing always happens in silence. When you run, the whole day you work the body, what do you do for the body to do? Recuperate. You'll rest the body. You'll lie down. And in that resting, you make the body silent of all the postures. And the body will rest itself and recuperate and heal itself. Same with speech and same with the mind. As your mind, speech and body becomes silent, mentally, vocally and physically, if one becomes silent, the healing becomes much deeper and much complete. Every single cell starts healing itself in silent mode. This silence is the key to your health. All the deep healing happens in silence. You become whole. Like in one of the videos I explained about health. The root word comes from the word hale, H-A-L-E, or whole. You become whole or complete or rested or healed with this powerful tool of silence. And that's why in today's time, because people are not silent at all the three levels, mentally, vocally, and physically, completely unaware, completely unmindful, they don't experience silence, they don't experience health, they don't experience healing. So my friends, try out this simple experiment in daily life. Start with mindfulness. Every step, every action you do, be mindful, become aware. Start with the posture, start with your body, and you're sure to become healthy. Try it out the Cookie Khan way.